by now, I think most of us or all of us have heard of the insurrection that is going on in Russia headed by Prigozhin, a man who wanted to bring death and destruction upon Ukraine. Now, he says that the reason for the invasion was a lie, and that Russians were not persecuted, and that NATO was not going to attack Russia. How do you interpret, Prigozhin's change of heart, and do you view these events as being favorable to Ukraine? Now, I understand in our previous conversation that there's an update, so would you care to comment?
Yes, actually, all this story already ended. Prigozhin was forced to retreat and to move there for his forces back to the Rostov region. I think that it's like some internal Russian issues and some internal game. But of course, Prigozhin and other Russian senior militaries, Russian volunteers, Russian military intelligence, all they know that all this casus belli before the full-scale invasion was one big fake. Because for that time Ukraine had no such capabilities to attack Russian Federation. Ukraine possessed some capabilities to liberate occupied territories of Donetsk region, of Luhansk region, but not the Crimea. And actually now Ukraine is more militarized than before the full-scale invasion. And I think Prigozhin is playing his own game. I know that there was some negotiations between Prigozhin, Russian Federation, and President of Belarus, Lukashenko. Lukashenko played a role like a third part in that negotiations. And as a result, Prigozhin had to retreat. But I think that's a good sign that shows us that Russian Federation, Russian state system is no longer solid as we thought before. Last time we had such a situation in 1993. We had such a situation, the struggle on the streets. Now the situation isn't the same, but the consequences may be very good for Ukraine. And as you know, our forces started offensive operations during all this story with Prigozhin, and these offensive operations have already had some good results.